Hello, hello. I hope everyone is doing well. I want to make sure that this is working and then we'll get started in just a second. How are you all? How's everybody doing? Any specific questions, concerns? I am super excited to be able to talk with you all and see how you're doing. All right, hang on. I want to make sure this is working. All right, there we go. Hi. I hope you all are doing well. I am super excited to be back with you. I hope that I cannot believe that it's already February. It feels like time has just gone so incredibly quickly. So one of the things that I want to talk about is how you can make sure that you're making the most of different college fairs. So in the past, we have talked about going on college visits. We have talked about whether that be virtual or face to face and different steps. And there are some good questions that we have talked about of what it might be helpful for you to speak with that college admissions rep about. But today I really want to focus on college fairs. So if you've ever thought of or been to a college fair or that traditional job fair, this is an opportunity for students to go into a place, and it could be virtual, it could be face to face, but they really have that chance to learn about different schools. And so lots of schools are coming together so that they're in one place, like I said, either virtual or face to face. And with those schools, students have a chance to go in and talk with them. There might be just an admissions rep. It might be something where there are different sessions where you can learn about different topics and there are specific trainings. It might be something where students can even bring a copy of a resume and a transcript, and sometimes they are offered admissions and even scholarships right on site. We recently at my high school, we had a group of students who went to an HBCU, a historically Black college and university fair, and they actually were many of them. There was a picture, and there were many of them who were offered admission on the spot, and some offered scholarships right there on the spot. I had one young lady that had ended up being accepted to probably 6 or 7 different colleges, which is absolutely incredible. So other places that you can find information about these college fairs, if you go to, NACAC, NACAC is the National Association for College Admissions Counselors. And NACAC will always put on both virtual and face-to-face college fairs. And so that gives students that opportunity to go in, meet with the colleges, learn a little bit more about them, find out what they have to offer, and be able to get some questions answered. And it's a good opportunity for students to also say, okay, I have that demonstrated interest. If you're not sure what demonstrated interest is, some colleges will look at it, others won't. And students can show the colleges that they are interested in that particular school and what the schools have to offer, and also learn about the schools to see, because we want to make sure that it's a fit for your student, not just that the student wants to go to that college, or not just that the college wants the student, but that the student is actually going to want to go to that particular college. So if you search for NACAC, NACAC, you can find a list. They have, like I said, they have both face-to-face and virtual sessions, and there will be multiple colleges that will be there. One of the other websites is collegefairguide.com, and that also will give a list of multiple colleges and opportunities for students to go in. So there could be, like I said, some of the students at my high school, they just went to an HBCU fair. There might be other fairs. Maybe there's something that's specific to the STEM field, so NACAC is that, like I said, that's the national association. There are also smaller regional associations. So in South Carolina, we have SACAC, which is the Southern Association for College Admissions Counselors. And then you have, it's WACAC, so Western and Northern. So each region also has their own individual governing association. where they give support to people that are in that particular area. So that is something that you can take a look at and find out if there are any other fairs to be aware of. As you are going into that fair, one of the things that I would, oh, hang on. One of the things that I would suggest that you do is that you research which colleges are going to be there and that your student looks into that. And are there any things that they might, are there any particular schools that they might be more interested in? If you haven't started that search at all, this is a really good opportunity to say, okay, this is what I might be interested in. These are the next steps that I want to take, and where do we go from here? As far as looking at the potential and the areas of college fit. Now, in some of our different podcast episodes and lives, we've talked about what to look for with a college. One of our next podcast episodes that's going to come out is going to go into some more detail of next steps to take, but finding out who's going to be there so that you can know, okay, do I want to talk to this college? Am I interested in that college? Looking at the differences in the size of the college campus, looking at the differences in multiple areas so that students are able to say, yes, I think this is what I'm interested in, or absolutely not, there's no way I want to do that. So finding out some different questions and looking into what that college has to offer and different questions that you might want to ask. Like I said, we've had some lives before and have shared information about what questions to ask when you're on those college visits. And this is another great time to use some of those similar questions. And then looking at, are there any sessions? So is there something maybe about financial aid that you want to go to? Is there something where they might be breaking down more detailed information for you so that you can figure out exactly what's needed? Then, so you have the time for the fair. Now, here is a little bonus. I was not planning on talking about this, but what I would suggest is that our students go in, if it's face-to-face, that they be dressed. They don't have to wear, a tux or, formal wear, but making sure that they are dressed well, depending on, comfort is certainly something, but also making sure that they look presentable. And if it's virtual, have the camera turned on so that the admissions representative can make sure that they're making eye contact, that the student is engaged. And also, sometimes it just is easier to be able to hear and learn from that particular person about what their thoughts are when you can see them. So that's another one. And then so that's one of the, that bonus tip. And then what I would say is after the visit, after students have gone to all of them, now if you have those questions, you can take a piece of paper with you or be writing things down as you are talking with the colleges if it's virtual, but go ahead and make some notes. And then once you're done, before you end up forgetting everything that you talked about, that's a really good time to actually have some conversations. And it's an after action review is what it could be called. So a time where you can go in and have conversations of, hey, so tell me, what did you think about this college? Okay, what was it that you liked about that particular college? Or is there something with this college that you didn't like that we want to make sure that we avoid in the future? So those are some ways to make sure that you are making the absolute most of your time when you are going to some of these college fairs. And one other last piece of advice is don't just focus on the schools that you know. Go in and look at some of the other schools, find out information about them. It might be something that you've never even heard of a college, and it could end up being a wonderful fit. Now, if you want to talk through this more and find out more about how you can use some of these college fairs, several of the websites that are available for students. So I'm going to put these in the chat. So this is the one for NACAC. And then we also have the College Fair Guide. I'll put that one in the chat as well. And I would absolutely, like I said, if you want to talk through some of these pieces, please send me a message and just say College Fair, and we can set up a free 15-minute call to talk through some of your questions. I also have individual coaching and consultations where we can set up some time and help make sure that your student is on the right track. I hope that you have a fantastic evening. Take care. Bye.